Hi Aries, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your monthly reading for May. I hope everybody is doing well. I do want to take a second to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every single Aries out there. So guys, take what resonates for you, leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind that the monthly readings are predictive in nature. So if these events are not occurring right now, they could occur in the next few weeks, depending upon your individual timeline. Also, please do not try to force yourself, Aries, into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can you show me the energy for Aries for the month of May? All right, Aries, you're starting out with the Strength card, and it is crossed by the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. In the past, you have the Page of Cups in the reverse. So this looks like there's some sort of a loss that you've had here. It was possibly with somebody new or trying to renew something. I do feel like you're being very strong throughout this, but there's a sense of loss here, and it may have affected your self-esteem a little bit as well. Just be aware of that. If so, that's something you want to look at. I do see you working on yourself, which is good. But there is definitely a sense of holding back your emotions. Ooh, what's on your mind is the Ten of Swords. Yeah, it was a painful ending. You felt betrayed somehow by this person. Now, this is all happening because nobody's taking action. There's a lack of action. Let's see what's happening here in May. Show me May for Aries, please. I feel like you're being very strong throughout this. And so, you know, you're choosing to put the work into yourself, it looks like, which is positive. All right. So Nine of Swords reverse. So whatever is going on here is going to be relieved. I see you coming out of this sense of worry and concern. It's like your cares are melting away in the month of May, which is always a good thing, yes? All right, so you're showing up here with the Lovers in reverse, and the energy coming towards you is the Hermit. So I feel like with the Lovers in reverse, this still is dealing with this loss that you've had. It's the ending of a connection. You may have even felt like this person was a soulmate. I do think that you're going to be receiving some sort of communication from somebody that you have not been speaking to. That person could be a Virgo, or they could just simply be somebody who has had a lack of communication. They've pulled away, not been talking, and they've been doing a lot of thinking during this time, and they're going to come forward now and talk to you. So Spirit's advice is the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Spirit is saying there's a lack of balance that's present here. Your outcome, we have the Six of Swords in the reverse. So I do see that somebody is moving back in your direction, and it's going to be impactful. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Swords. Now this is underlying energy, Aries, and it's somebody speaking their truth. It may be the person that's coming back towards you, because I see you kind of not really taking action. You're kind of, you're chilling basically. So I do feel like this, now if they come towards you with communication, you may be speaking your truth at that point. But right now I see you really kind of feeling hurt over this ending here. There's a sense of betrayal. It's like, you know, somebody just stuck those knives in your back, and you haven't forgotten it. It's very much on your mind. What is the Strength card here? All right. Yeah, King of Pentacles. And the Five of Cups. So, yeah, this is somebody you were involved with. You were in a relationship with this person. There was a commitment here, and I do feel like somebody is now regretting that. Somebody has some regrets about how things turned out between the two of you. It's the person who's pulled back. Four of Swords. Now, the Four of Swords is the same as the Hermit. It's just lower arcana. So, yeah, there's been a lack of communication here. You could be dealing with a earth sign. That would be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. But I do feel like there's been a lack of communication. And this is definitely somebody who is looking back at the past, trying to go through and figure things out. We see that in their energy in several places. And look again, in the past, Knight of Swords. Now that's your underlying energy. So I feel like either a truth came out about somebody having new love, or this person spoke a truth, or you spoke a truth to them about commitment and relationship. Either way, there's been a lot of sadness that's present in this connection. So I feel like you both have kind of been looking back. You've been working on yourself. I don't see you trying to move towards this person. It's like neither of you have been really trying to, come together with communication. The Lovers. Now you have the Lovers in reverse. So you may have felt this person was a soulmate. I do feel, Aries, that either you or this other person had a choice between two people, and whoever had that choice wasn't doing anything. There was a lack of action. So why is the Ten of Swords here? Judgment. So you do feel betrayed by this person, but I also see that there's a part of you that wants to come back together with them. That's why you're kind of holding on to this person a little bit in your energy. I do feel that you still have some feelings and emotions. You're not showing those feelings and emotions, but I do feel like you consider sometimes what it would be like to bring this back together. But you're not over the feeling of betrayal. Show me May for Aries, please. Show me May for Aries. Oh, yeah, there's that Seven of Swords. So that tells me there was something that happened here. Yeah, and it's still very much on your mind. I do feel that you feel that there has to be a judgment call that will be made if this person shows up. All right, let's see what we've got. We have the Three of Coins reversed, Four of Coins. So that's a progression. Two of Swords reversed, Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles reversed, Three of Swords, Seven of Swords, and there's that Ten of Swords. Yeah, it could have been third-party energy that was present here as well. Queen of Wands reversed, Queen of Pentacles reversed. Somebody had a choice between two. Eight of Wands reversed, Queen of Swords, and we have the Four of Cups. All right, so Aries, what I'm seeing is that you are entering into the month of May. This relationship that has ended is very much on your mind, but there's a sense here that you're kind of holding on to it. I see that in your thoughts. I see it here at the beginning of May. There's a little bit of a desire here. You've decided that this could be a good connection for you. There's a little bit of codependent energy, I'm not gonna lie, but it's like you are looking at this loss, you're feeling this loss. There was a betrayal involved with it. And what I see you doing here is kind of holding on to the past. It's the memories, it's looking at the past, the good times that you had with this person. And so I see in the first week, you're kind of holding on to this person. There's a decision you've made that, yes, if given the opportunity, you would like to have a new beginning. In the second week, it's like the loss of this really hits you. Now, you may find out something in the second week about some sort of betrayal here or some sort of sneaky behavior. And if you don't find it out, it's something you begin to process at that time. It's associated with the loss of this connection. It's associated with pain and betrayal. And it's definitely something that is lying, cheating, stealing of some sort. It feels more like you're processing it because the connection has already ended. It's like the heaviness of it kind of descends, you know? Maybe you were kind of keeping that out of your mind, but I see it kind of descending, and I see you dealing with that hurt, that betrayal. For some of you, it was third-party energy, or they may have even tried to make you a third party, but I see you really dealing with that in the middle of the month. Now, by the third week, there's an acknowledgement here of, because there's two queens. There's two queens, and it looks as if because of betrayal, neither one worked out. The Queen of Pentacles would have been the person who was in a relationship, and I believe that was you, Aries. And she's in reverse. So that tells me that that's a no. That's a no. You're not on the same page. But this Queen of Wands, who would be the new person or the third party, is also in the reverse. So I don't know if it was you, Aries, who was already in a committed connection and you brought in a third party. If so, it caused a lot of pain and you're aware of it. If it's the other person, again, it caused a lot of pain. So it could be for some of you that you were the one who brought in a third party. For others of you, it's the other person that you were involved with, this King of Pentacles here. Regardless, whoever brought the third party in caused a tremendous amount of pain, a lot of betrayal. There was a lot of sneakiness that was done, and then the truth came out about this. Okay, so I see you really taking the time to process this through. For some of you, depending on the timeline, all of that's going to occur around the middle of the month. Because I see a decision to have this would be somebody you're holding on to, and there's a decision to have this new beginning with the person that you felt this loss with. And then there's this big betrayal right in the middle of the month. And it's just devastating. So the betrayal causes whoever had the third party to lose both the person they were involved with as well as the third party. So I feel like the third party didn't know, they weren't aware. And both parties appear to block this person or block you, depending upon, you know, because I'm seeing two timelines. I'm seeing, Aries, that some of you, it's you that brought in the third party, and they're both going to wind up blocking you if that's the case. But for others of you, I do see that you're the one having to put up these boundaries, and you're being given a looking glass to see that not only is things not going to work out with you because of the pain that was caused and the betrayal, but it won't work out with the other person either. That other person is going to block this person. So whoever's got the third party, they're going to get blocked. They're going to lose both relationships. I do see by the end of the month, and I do feel like for most of you, you're the one that got hurt. Yeah, for most of you, I feel like that. It's all because somebody here had a choice between two, and they decided they were going to have their cake and eat it too. And so they wound up not having any cake and not eating any cake at all. In any event, I see by the end of the month, your guard is way up. You are willing to hear this person out. You're willing to listen to this person, but you're not over the past. You're not past what was done here. There's a sense of you having very high boundaries, being extremely guarded. And I feel like even though this person is going to try to come back together with you, you're kind of ignoring them to a large extent. You're very focused on what they did, what caused all of this pain. For most of you, I don't believe that the third party here was aware because I see them really not being involved with this person either. In fact, they're blocking this person. Let's look at your energy. Show me Aries energy for this reading. All right. Okay, good. We have the Six of Wands. We have the High Priestess in reverse, the Death card in reverse, and the Ten of Coins reversed. All right, so all of this comes about because somebody having this choice between two. I feel like you are choosing to end this connection. You want success in your life. Once this this information comes out, I feel like you really wanted to have success with this person. You could be dealing with a Gemini for some of you, or a Scorpio. But I do feel that you've had some realizations about this person, and I do feel that there is some unfinished business that's here as you move through the month, and it's like you process this. So you're feeling pretty good about things. There's an ending that's taken place. You find out some more stuff. That's where we're seeing here and here. And there's a sense here that things are just not over. And I feel like they're not, but I also feel like your boundaries are really high. And you've ended something here. You're willing to listen to them, but they're coming back in because they don't feel like there's something over. I think you will listen to them, but you're not going to forget what was done. All right, so let me see why the Hermit is here. Why is the Hermit here for Aries? All right, we have the Page of Wands. We have the Magician reverse and the Chariot. So you could be dealing with, like I said, a Gemini, a Virgo, or a Cancer sign. The person that's coming into you, I do feel like this person might be a little bit immature. There's some stuck energy that they have. They're not really moving forward in their life very well. There's difficulty for manifesting things, and it's because of immaturity. Now, this person has done a lot of soul searching. I do feel that they do want to communicate. They will reach out to you first in a very small way. But I feel like this is somebody who can be very manipulative and flirtatious, so be aware of that. They could be manipulating in order to try to keep you around. So just be aware of that. In addition to that, though, I do see that this person has a difficult time moving forward in their life. They have a lot of stuck energy. Things don't manifest well for them, but a lot of that has to do with the fact that they are immature. There's a lot of immaturity here. Now, I will say that they are trying to figure that out, but they're lacking in clarity. Let's see Spirit's advice. All right. So we have the Empress, Nine of Wands reversed, and the Wheel of Fortune reversed. So Spirit is saying there is not an even give and take here. And it has to deal with this stuck energy, and it has to do with the lack of trust. And I can see you don't trust this person. Spirit is also reminding you, Aries, that you are the Empress. That you are the Empress. And, you know, I was thinking that when I was looking at these cards, because you've got one, well, we start with the Nine of Pentacles, which is a pretty princess, pretty Empress. But we're looking at the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords. The only thing you don't have here in your spread is the Queen of Hearts. The Empress is all four queens combined. And so Spirit is reminding you that you are the Empress here. You are going through the lessons of all the queens. You're currently on the Queen of Swords, putting up boundaries, learning boundaries, you know, cutting out things that do not serve you. And what is that? Well, it's stuck energy, and it's somebody that you can't trust, somebody that you've gone over and through, and, you know, there's been so much that's happened, and you're tired. There's a sense of being tired and a lack of trust. This is what you're having to deal with here. This is what's causing the lack of balance. It's the relationship with somebody that has just worn you the hell out, and you don't trust them, and they're very stuck in their energy. Well, who is stuck in their energy? This person that's coming towards you. Spirit is saying you are the Empress. You know, you don't settle for anything that is not, you know, up to par for you. And if you settle in your energy as the Empress, having learned these lessons from the queens, then all things will flow to you. This is an unbalanced connection. But I feel like you're coming out of this. Like you're going to go through it with this person, and there's going to be all this drama that's going to happen. But by the end of it, you're in the Nine of Swords in the reverse, which tells me that once you put up those boundaries, Aries, it's learning from the past and blocking out things that don't serve you, cutting them out. And that's what's going to cause you to, you know, come out of the worry, concern, thinking about it, overthinking it. Yeah, you're just going to have really strong boundaries. So you're on the right track. Let's look at your outcome. Show me the outcome for Aries. Show me the outcome for Aries. All right, there's the World. There's the World. An end of a cycle. We have the Hangman and the Ace of Cups reversed. Okay, so again, we have this stuck energy here, Aries, with the Six of Swords in the reverse. Unable to move on from something. Spirit is saying that, hey, you're moving on. By the end of the month, you will be moving on from a situation that you have not been able to, that you've been kind of stuck. It's like this person is stuck in their energy. They don't like change, but they don't want you to change either. So, you know, that's not a good energy. You're putting an end to that. You're closing that out in order to move forward. It's like closing out a complete cycle in order to begin a new cycle. It's taken a long time with the Hangman to get to this point, but it was because you were waiting to end something here with regard to love. Now, some of you may have your eye on someone else, and there's a new love that's trying to come in, but what's ending is this love affair with somebody who has had you stuck, and then what's beginning? Well, you're going to begin moving forward, cutting out things that don't serve you, but it's going to take some time. There will be a period of waiting that may happen there. All right, so bottom of the deck is the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Aries, this indicates being stuck. So I'm getting it over and over that there's stuck energy. You're closing out that cycle, but it's going to take a minute. You've got to process it through. And I do feel like you're well on your way to doing that. You may even consider this person having been the individual who will be teaching you how to do that. So, but I can see there's a very painful thing around the middle of the month here, and that makes me sad for you, but I'm also seeing that it causes you to put up strong boundaries. I'm going to pull from the Oracle cards and see if there is any more messages or information. All right. We have the Sentinel. It's number 15. That condenses to a 6. And 6s are generally about moving forward. So, all right. Let me grab the book and I'm going to read this for you. All right. It says, within the world you dwell in, a storm is brewing. It is visible to many so far, and most are completely unaware of its approach. They no longer notice the fall and rise of the air about them, the tightening of the pressure, or the release of rain, for they dwell within their glass towers and no longer feel a part of the elements and the dance between them. But you do, Seeker, and you are aware that there is a force gathering. What its outcome will be, how it will break, and what it will do are still mysteries, but you can prepare for this storm approaching. Others will not listen. Others will see you as negative or fearful when you inform them of what it is you're preparing for. Regardless, prepare anyway. Watch and take care of what it is you need to do. There is nothing to be fearful of. It is simply advanced knowledge of a storm. And storms can damage or they can pass by overhead and clear the air. It is wise to prepare. The sentinel of the skies, this dragon being, has come to you, and you are invited now to see things from his magical perspective, to go high above the buildings and the everyday and see the implications of the change that is coming. This gift of foresight from the friends of the Kitsune will see you well prepared for the storm that is gathering and will give you foresight and enable you to look out for those who will listen. Make wise choices. Preserve, take care, observe, repair, and prepare, and consider what you will do to be sure you are cared for in the future. Know that when the storm passes, for they all will, you will be standing strong and able to help others, if necessary, and continue with your life. You are being watched over, and the sentinel will stand with you always. Wow. So Aries, you guys are being, divinely protected, and you're being given the foresight about not only these small, and I shouldn't say small, individual, that would be the better word. You're being given foresight about the storms in your own life, but you're also being given foresight about bigger things that are occurring. We have a lot of change going on in our world right now. And I feel like you guys are being given that foresight. You're moving into this Empress energy. You're encompassing all of the power and the lessons of the queens. And you're being guided into this. So I do feel that while there is some difficulty that you're going through in your personal life, you will use this as a launch pad to kind of propel you into a stronger and a more knowledgeable position in your own life, as well as maybe even for others. So I do hope that this has been helpful for you guys. If you've resonated with it, please be sure to hit the like symbol. And also, I'm sorry, I was getting messages. Please be sure to hit the like sign and also subscribe to my channel. Until I see you guys in your next reading, namaste.